Hello, how are you today?
Doing well. How about yourself?
Doing really good. Thank you for asking. Thank you for being part of this. Um, can you please tell me your first and last name?
I'm Victoria Mason.
Awesome. And what is your job title here?
I'm the executive director here at the Senior Center in Boulder City.
Thank you so much. How long have you been doing this job for?
I've been the executive director since 2015. Prior to that, I was the assistant director for a couple years, and prior to that, I was the volunteer coordinator.
Awesome. So how long you been working here for the senior center?
It's been, I think I'm on my 12th year.
Can you tell us a little bit about that journey?
My mom used to work here, actually. She ran the Meals on Wheels program. And I remember coming to visit her thinking, what a neat job. Never in my wildest dreams did I think that I would wind up working here, but I think God had other plans. And a few years later, they were looking for a volunteer coordinator, and the executive director at that time called me up, asked me to come down, and I did. And it's the rest, as they say, history.
Awesome. So from all those job titles that you had so far, which one, they say which one was the one that you had a little bit more difficult getting a hand of?
The volunteer coordinator position was the most difficult, I think. I really struggled with that for the 2 years that I did it. I was doing a lot of administrative stuff as well, but it's a difficult position to have. Although sometimes being the directors can be difficult as well. Having staff and trying to get everybody to work cohesively can be tricky at times, but you do the best you can, and we make it work. I think I'm lucky. I have a really good group of people that work with me. We all have a big heart for the seniors, I think, and helping them to get their needs met and have fun while doing it, which is what keeps us coming back every day.
Tell me a little bit about, the education or the schooling that you had to go through to be our fearless leader now.
In the beginning, I hadn't had much leadership training or anything like that, but I think that on-the-job training was huge. Learning how to do different things and the rules because we are a grant recipient through the state of Nevada, and we receive sometimes foundation grants as well. I always was good at writing, so the writing grants, proposals for different entities, that part came easy to me, and the administrative work came pretty easy to me. And I had one job in my life where I feel like my boss was not very kind. And I always felt like, man, if I was ever in that position, I would not be that way. And I think I try to continue living up to that standard for myself and for the staff, because it takes all of us to pull this off, and all of the volunteers. And without each of us doing our part, it really creates a huge hiccup.
What advice would you give someone that wants to be in this environment?
For a job, job-wise, never make it about you, because, yes, this is our job. This is what we do. It's a great job. I love helping people. I go home feeling good about what I do most of the time. There are times that you deal with, some people at the end or the later stages of life, they can be crabby or finicky or stressed out, and just trying to make them know that they're not by themselves. They have us. We are here for them. If somebody doesn't show up that normally comes to lunch, we're going to miss them. We're going to know that they're not here and something's going on. So I would say, as long as you keep it about the people we're serving, the place will be successful.
What are the pros and cons?
I think the cons of my position are when I lose an employee, whether they quit or move away, or even if I have to have a difficulty sometimes being authoritative, and if somebody breaks a rule, we have a sort of a 3-pronged discipline system. So That's kind of hard because we're very close, I think. 5 days a week, 8 hours a day, we're all running around for the same purpose. And when people leave, I get really attached to them, so that's a struggle. And a lot of our people that come in, they pass away, and that was really hard for me at first. But as I've been here longer, I remember the first person that passed away while I was working here. I was extremely upset. And I remember the director at the time, I told her, I think I had the wrong job. I can't do this. I don't know what I was thinking. And she said to me, Victoria, there's nothing wrong with having compassion. That is a good thing. And it was like, really? And I realized if we can give people joy for a few years of their life or whatever, then it's a good day. We've done a good thing. And I think that we all kind of feel that way. It's a feel-good kind of job when you help somebody who's distraught, or a widow who doesn't know her husband used to pay all the bills and all of that, and she's like got all these papers and doesn't know what to do with them. And you get her through that, and they're so sweet and so grateful and such fun people, and they all have done such neat things in their life. I think that that's definitely the biggest pro, life experience.
Nice. Let's talk a little bit about you. Do you live here in town?
I used to. I don't. I have a home in Henderson. When my husband and I wanted to buy a home here in Boulder, what we could get for the money needed to be gutted and remodeled, and we couldn't afford that. But we found something just over the hill, right off Wagon Wheel Pass, Railroad Pass, and we've been living there. But I come every day, and my mom lives here. I have other family here, so it's good.
Were you born here in Nevada?
No, I was born in Chicago, Illinois, actually, Cook County Hospital. As many of our people that we serve, some of the other employees, some of the volunteers, we've got a lot of Chicagoans here.
Let's say if you had a chance to talk to your younger self and give yourself some good advice, what would you go ahead and tell yourself?
Don't sweat the small stuff, because life ebbs and flows, and if you can make it stop doing this or getting so excited about something that is a temporary problem or a temporary feeling, and just write it out, I think that it would benefit people enormously.
Nice. That's really good, really good. So I'm going to give you some time. If you want to talk about whatever you want to talk about, please go ahead. If you want to yell at me on camera, it's okay. I'll take that one.
No. Pretty much that's about it. I mean, I've been married to my husband since 2012. In fact, we got married a few months before I started this job. And I've got 3 adult children, a couple of grandkids. In the long run, I would like to put together some kind of program I think would be really cool with kids and the seniors, like a grandparent program, but I haven't quite figured out how to pull that off yet. But I think it would be beneficial for both. A lot of kids come from broken homes these days, and maybe they don't get to see some of their grandparents, or their grandparents aren't around or have passed away. And I think it could be a really big win-win for the seniors and the kids. And who doesn't love littles?
Right. So this whole time that you've been working here, let's say, what are your favorite activities that we do here at the Senior Center?
I really, really love we always do a big Halloween party. That's always one of my favorites. And we've done some pretty cool Christmas things as well. We started doing a Senior Olympics, and I think that's one of my favorites. We've done a summer and a winter now. We're going to continue that, and we're hoping that it grows in the community and more people, get involved and want to take part. It's fun. We do fun prizes and make it worth their time.
Gotcha. So I'm not going to ask you who's your favorite employee, because I probably already know who it is. But let's say, how hard is it for you to basically lead the crowd? Because I'm not trying to brag, but I think you're doing a great job. I come here happy, ready to work, and it's always fun to see you walk in, smiling and saying hi to everybody.
Thank you. I do have my favorites, but I don't let anybody know it. Shannon's been around, our cook. She's been here as long as she started a month before I did. So she's been around. So her and I feel like it's been interesting to watch her grow as a human being and grow spiritually and in her position. And she started as a dishwasher years ago, and she's now kitchen manager, and she just does a phenomenal job. My volunteer coordinator is also our social media director, and now he plans a lot of and carries out the activities. He makes things happen. And one of the characteristics I love about him is that I can spout something sort of in passing. You know what? I think we really should do this. And he just will grab that and make it happen. And I need that. I need that kind of creativity and willingness to, you know what? I can figure this out. Where sometimes I get caught up in all of the paperwork end of the job and I don't get to do as much creative ability as I would like to. There's others in the office that each one of them I love for different reasons. And that's about all I will say about that.
So let's say in your own words, can you explain like what we do here in the senior center?
Basically, we try to empower seniors to live independently as long as possible. Nobody wants to go into a home or long-term care or whatever you want to call it. And we're a rec center for people 50 and up. On our banners outside, it says food, friends, and fun. It's happening here, and we try to stick by that. But we also we have a food pantry that is funded by ourselves and the community. Different businesses and different community members bring us donations to be able to continue. We've been self-supported for like 4 years now, I believe, or longer even. We deliver Meals on Wheels to homebound seniors here in Boulder. We love you guys too. We don't forget about you, and I'm working on activities for y'all. We have a home safety modification and repair program so that if people are starting to have trouble getting in and out of the bathtub and they need a walk-in shower instead, or we also have a pet food program. We'll make sure your pets get food so that you don't have to make a decision on feeding your pet or feeding yourself or buying medication and or feeding your pet. We feel that pets are kind of like our kids. They're our family and we love them just as much. So we know how difficult it would be. And with inflation and everything, the way things are going in the world, it's a little crazy. So we just try to help them out wherever we can, help them keep a few dollars in their pockets so they can do fun things and enjoy life.
Sweet. That's really awesome. You got your hands full with stuff, huh?
A little bit,
good,
but it's
good.
Okay.
Good. Well, thank you so much for your time. Thank you for giving me this opportunity to interview you for our YouTube channel. This is going to be up and loaded here shortly. Thank you so much for your time again. Appreciate your time.
Absolutely.
Anything else you want to say before we go?
Thank you to all of you out there. You guys, I was nominated for Nonprofit of the Year with the Chamber of Commerce here. That was such an honor, and we love you guys. We want to help you however we can. So call us.
Yeah.
Or come on in.